It's that time again. It seems like we just talked about it now, but it was really at the beginning of September. Here it is, the last week of October, and there's a new one coming out. So we actually get to talk about this right as it's happening, as opposed to waiting a couple of weeks. That's right, Now 52 is out, and it's time for us to talk about the 10 worst songs on it. I have a list here all prepared. So let's do this. Here are the 10 worst songs on Now 52. Oh boy, this is going to be terrible. So let's go with number 10. Let's go with Shower by Becky G. Now this is a song that overall, whenever it comes to a beat, is not all of that bad. It's pretty standard for the whole pop regimen and everything like that, so it may not come off as anything that's all of that's really ridiculous. In fact, by musical value alone, this may not seem really all that bad. In fact, it may seem pretty good. This is really the lyrical value in which really disintegrates this song in a fucking hurry. These lyrics are exceptionally cliche, and really it's not presented with any sort of real oomph or gumption to it. This is a beat that's absolutely wasted. This is a song that just falls flat and actually gets irritating by the time it ends. And that's why it's on this list, and it's on this list at number 10. Number 9, we have Hilary Duff's All About You. She's so low on the list principally because I didn't even freaking know Hilary Duff was still making music. Why Hilary Duff even thinks that she's still relevant is fucking beyond me. Because Hilary Duff hasn't been relevant since the mid-1990s, or excuse me, mid-2000s. The mid-1990s, no one gave a fuck who she was because nobody knew who the fuck she was. But now, she's back with music, and it sounds like she's still working with the goddamn Disney Channel. Hilary Duff, of course, had a television show. I really don't care what that show is called. I should remember, but I fucking don't. And I really don't care. That show had an awful soundtrack to it that she provided the vocals for. Then she had a solo career that people cared about for about 15 seconds. And now she's back in 2014 to make a song that has a Disney-esque hook to it. It sounds like she's still trying to be a teen idol, when in reality she's in her 20s. In fact, she might even be pushing 30. I'm not even sure anymore. Overall, this song just has little value whatsoever. In fact, this is one that's 3 minutes of my life that I would love to get back. So if somebody knows how the hell I can do that, please let me know in the comments below. Because I sure would like to get those 3 minutes back. God damn it. Number 8, Katy Perry, This Is How We Do. The song's actually low on the list considering other Katy Perry atrocities, abominations, have been high on the list, have led lists, have just, ugh. How many gosh darn singles does Katy Perry need per album? I mean, seriously, not every single song that this bitch puts out is any good. But this is actually one that, compared to the rest of the crop that we've probably no doubt talked about, is probably one of the better ones. This one has a really good beat to it, but what's really, really bogging it down is, once again, like I spoke about with Becky G, the lyrical content. The lyrical content on this is absolutely atrocious, which is really truthful of a lot of bubblegum pop, but there's at least some that attempts some sort of substance. This is one that doesn't. This is one that has an irritating hook that just repeats, repeats, and repeats. It's supposed to drain it into your head. It's supposed to drill it into your head, not drain it into your head. Really, the only thing that's draining in your head is all the brain cells out of your freaking brain. Overall, though, this is one where the most irritating portions of the song are her little bridge where she's trying to, be a little bit inspirational. This is for all the girls who do this and this and this. Who cares? You're encouraging shit that doesn't need to be encouraged because most of your fan base is under the age of 21, under the age of, people that are able to consume alcohol or do the different things that you're trying to allude to on this music. And then your little half-hearted, half-drunken, hold on, bring the beat back, at the end is so incredibly forced and sounds so unbelievably terrible that no one should really give a flying fuck. It's not sexy. In fact, if anything, you just sound like you're a dumb bitch who's about to get raped. So, maybe that should just happen. Fuck this song and fuck everything about it. Number 7, and I actually need this, list just to say this name, Rae Sremmurd, with No Flex Zone. Within 7 seconds, I knew that this song was going to be on this list. Should put it higher, but no one knows who the hell this person is, and they shouldn't. And plus, there are other reasons as well. Mike Will Made It needs to change his name, because its lacking of grammatical sense pisses me off. Plain and simple. He's another one of these people that needs to announce that he's on the track or that he produced it. Nobody cares. If they want to know that, they should look in the credits as opposed to having you tell them in the song. That's valuable time that I could spend listening to the song. But do I really want to do that whenever the first portion of the song is just this person, this Rae person, repeating no flex zone, no flex zone, no flex zone, and sounding like it's another one of those stupid hip-hop dance, songs that probably has, this kind of a dance to it. Something that actually has you flexing. Flexing, bro. The song is irritating, especially whenever it comes to the no flex zone part. Whenever it comes to its little, pre-chorus structure. That's thanks God for the haters. When are we going to just get off of this whole fuck the haters, thank you for the haters, haters keep on hating me, high horse that we've been on musically for the past couple of years? Who cares? People are going to dislike you. People are going to like you. That's just life. That's just how it happens. If you think you're going to be universally liked by everybody, you're living in a fantasy land. Either that or you have one friend who likes you, and that's your mom. Maybe that's the situation here. Aside from that, this person actually has some decent rhyming ability, but it's wasted by the fact that the other portions of the song are obnoxious and repetitive in an attempt to try to drill the song into your head. That actually reduces the value of this track because it just becomes an oral assault on your eardrums and something where the repetition actually makes you want to shut the song off all the faster. Mike will made it? No. Mike will make it. Either that or Mike has made it. And Rae Sremmurd blah blah blah, fuck you. Let's move on to number 6. We have 5 Seconds to Summer with Amnesia. Someone once told me that 5 Seconds to Summer is a punk band. They were influenced by the Ramones, they're a punk band, and they're great. I listened to Amnesia and I determined a couple of things. 5 Seconds to Summer are not a punk band. They're certainly not influenced by the Ramones. They might know who they are, but they're not influenced by them. And they're certainly not great. This actually is a song that has a closer resemblance to a fucking emo anthem than it does anywhere close to the Ramones, or punk, or anything remotely awesome. This song is atrocious. Cry me a fucking river. Who gives a shit? You wish you could wake up with amnesia, that way you could forget about this person who's now moving on and doing fine without you? Well, go find somebody else. I mean, for Christ's sake, you're in 5 Seconds of Summer. Why are you pining over one person that clearly doesn't want to be with you anymore? Go find somebody else. And really, if you're just some common Joe or Josephine, it's the same message. Go find somebody else. Get on the damn horse. Once again, if you're afraid to get on the damn horse, the only thing that you're going to do with the rest of your life is sit in your room and cry about how you wish that you had amnesia. That way you could forget about all of this. Or wish that you had a time machine so you could go back to when times were good and try to change things so, bad shit didn't happen and the relationship didn't dissolve. Get back on the fucking horse. Stop being such a goddamn crybaby. This song beautifully exhibits crybaby. And that's why it's on this list. And that's why it blows. Number 5, Fireball by Pitbull. Now, Pitbull has somebody else on this track. I can't remember who the hell his name is. Because originally I thought it was Gary Clark Jr. And Gary Clark Jr. wannabe, because it's not who it is, tries his best to save this track. Really does. But Pitbull ruins it, as he ruins everything that he touches. Pitbull is reporting live. Pitbull is wooing! Pitbull is doing everything that he does in every single one of his songs, including making nonsensical rhymes that nobody gives a shit about. The only redeeming factor of this song is the fact that Mr. Gary Clark Jr. wannabe comes in, has a singing voice, and does his damn best. But that's the thing, Mr. Gary Clark wannabe, whose name is unimportant to everything in society. Fuck you, box. You could try as hard as you wanted, but this song was not only going to be on this list, but B, it was going to be a hit even if you weren't on it, because people for some stupid-ass reason love Pitbull, and C, you weren't going to be able to save it. Even if the song featured Pitbull just saying, Pitbull reporting live, and you were on the entire rest of the song, fucked. Still fucked. Pitbull, at one point, changes Veni Vidi Vici to, I think it was something along the lines of, I came, I saw, I came. Witty. You came, you saw, and you came. Or you saw, you came, and then you came again. Who cares? dick jokes. So whenever you know that you should stop listening to Pitbull, whenever you notice that there's a whole hell of a lot of dick jokes. And something tells me he ain't packing much down there, ladies. So you're going to be reporting live from Disappointment Land. Number 4, Jason Aldean with Burning It Down. Here's a fun fact for you. I've had a lot of people pick up the new Jason Aldean album, Old Boots, New Dirt, or whatever the hell it's called. I've had a lot of those same people come in to get other country records, and they have talked with me because I communicate with individuals. I am not a social parasite who just leeches off of individuals whenever I want. I will listen to them as well and allow them to parasite their way off of me, or something like that. Leech their way off of me. 85% of the people I've talked to have said that that album sucks. And I can see why, because Burning It Down is a cliche, horrible, slow-ass country crooning song that just has no value to it. Jason Aldean, I have a suggestion for you, and that is your formula. It has been figured out. And here's the thing, whenever people figure out your formula, they figure out also whenever you're putting out B and C rated material, or in this case, D or F rated material. They're going to stop consuming. The formula itself cannot save you if you can no longer write hits such as Little Green Tractor, or whatever the hell the other songs were, My Kind of Party. Whenever those days disappear, and you're writing bona fide trash such as Burning It Down, even the consumer will look at you and say, man, maybe he just doesn't have it anymore. Because you don't. And really, it could be debated that you ever did, but My Kind of Party was actually not that bad of a track. I'll admit that. But so far, as indicated by this album, trash. Number 3, Black Widow by Iggy Azalea. This one is not number 1 because this song actually tries to not be all of that bad. It has a decent beat behind it. And Iggy is a little bit more comparable here. This song is actually better than Fancy, but not by much. Fancy, of course, was an abominable snowman track. Wow. That just absolutely had as many fucking lies in it as humanly possible. You're not Fancy, you're not the realist, you're not this, you're not that, you're just fucking Iggy Azalea. Some bitch that decided that Australia sucked, so you came to America. Dumb move. Australia seems pretty sweet to me. But at any rate, this song actually does have a decent beat behind it. Iggy is comparable, but Iggy just doesn't have talent. She tries and tries and tries. She has taglines. She's essentially becoming the white Nicki Minaj. Oh look, number 2, Nicki Minaj, Anaconda. You fuckers, for a long time, begged my ass, and my face, my throat, and other portions of me, to witness and listen to Anaconda by Nicki Minaj and react to it. And I refused, because I knew that it was going to be on this wretched piece of shit. And I also wanted to avoid that song like the plague for as long as humanly possible. And I'm glad that I did, because man oh man, my life now sucks 10 times worse now that I've heard it. First off, I thought that somehow, some way, my CD fucked up, and they were playing Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. And I got really happy. I got really excited. And then I heard Nicki Minaj. And then I realized, no, I'm actually in hell. I died 5 minutes before that. And I was in hell. And I was actually being punished for saying mean things about Nicki Minaj and other individuals. And this was my punishment. This song is punishment. This song is horrible. It is atrocious. The lyrics are bad. The music attempts to be good by interloping Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back into it. But instead, the minute that you learn that Nicki Minaj has anything to do with this, you immediately start to hate that song. It immediately becomes the most colossal train wreck, well, the second most colossal train wreck known to man. This song is garbage. I hope I never have to hear it again, but I know that I will, because the CD is in at work, and Random doesn't like me. Random makes me want to suffer. So hopefully I can learn mental tricks that make me feel like no music is playing. even though music clearly is. If I somehow gain that mental power, then maybe, just maybe, whenever I do these angry reviews, I can just come on and say, what music? I didn't hear shit. Which brings us to number 1. A song I wish I never had to hear. A song that I will have to hear over and over again. Meghan Trainor, All About That Bass. We talked about this song, so I don't have to say very much. So instead, I will spend my time saying 2 things. Number 1, this is one of the most awful songs that I have ever laid my ears on here in 2014. Based around the message, based around the meaning, based around the delivery. But 2, thanks to a dose of Buckley, and yes, this is a shout out, I now know that All About That Bass has an even more terrible counterpart in the song title, which will no doubt start to infect airwaves if it hasn't already. It's worse. So that has told me that Meghan Trainor is actually worse than Taylor Swift. At this moment, Taylor Swift, I must apologize to you for calling you the worst thing in music, because that is no longer true. It may have been true at one point, but it isn't anymore. So I am sorry if you still felt here on October the 2014, if you still felt that I felt that way, because I don't. Not anymore. Nope. Meghan Trainor now is. And Meghan Trainor has a long career ahead of her, unless we stop it now by either putting a bullet in her brain, which I don't recommend, because jail probably sucks, or we all just don't consume her ever again. She gets her money right now, and then shuts the fuck up and never sings again. I'm hoping for B. It probably won't happen. The bullet would probably be more effective, but I'm not promoting murder. That's not how I roll. There you have it. The 10 worst songs on Now 52. These are colossal fuck-ups. Which do you think is the worst? Tell me in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff. Because we are a nation, and my nation is incomplete without you. I want you to be a part of the nation, goddammit. So join us. We're fun. We have cookies, cupcakes, cinnamon rolls, pepperoni rolls, sweet rolls, big butts. Really big butts.